Hey guys, I'm Jim from Moroso. Today, we're going to be going over how to properly strip and terminate an ignition wire. To get us started, we have a few things here. First is our ignition wire, which in this case is our ultraline, 350 ohms of resistance per foot and 8mm. Wire strippers. A pair of our ratcheting wire crimping pliers. A pair of side cutters and regular pliers. Sorted boots and terminals, multimeter, and some silicone spray lubricant. So step one is going to be to measure and determine the overall length of the wire you need. Once you have that information, be sure to add an additional ½ inch or so on the end to compensate for strip and termination. Now this next part only applies to non-HEI type wires. Add some silicone spray lubricant to the boot and to the wire. Feed it through before doing anything else. Now at this point, we're ready to begin stripping the wire. Now here we're going to be using our wire stripper that we offer. Put it together, push down until the stops engage, and then turn around. Simply flip this around in a circular motion until you feel the silicone break away. And now it's stripped. Our wire stripper tool comes preset with the correct blade depth so that you do not damage the core, and also comes preset for length to strip off the proper amount of the outer silicone jacket. If you're not using a tool like ours, you'll need to be careful to make sure that you have your cutter depth set correctly, because otherwise you can nick the core during this process, which can cause problems down the road. So now we're ready to start crimping. The next step is to take your core and fold it over in the right position so that it's properly oriented on the distributor during final assembly. Here we're going to be using a non-HEI terminal. Now we found that it may be easier in this particular type of terminal to preform and lock it into the crimping jaws. And once you have it folded over in the proper location, lubricant can help. Begin to assemble it with the core facing the back side of the terminal. Be sure to inspect down to make sure the core does not protrude past the terminal. Get it right in place. All the way down and release. And there we go. Have a crimp. And again, there's no core sticking out the backside of the terminal, since this can cause spark scatter. And now, since we started with the more difficult type, we're going to finish with 90-degree HEI style as well as 90-degree plug style terminals. Like we did before, lock the stripper down, spin it around until you feel the silicone break free. Comes right apart. Strip any excess away from the core on the top. And again, preform. Make sure we get this folded over in the correct orientation. way down, release, and there we go. No core sticking out the back. We are all set with our 90-degree HEI terminal. The boot is much easier. You'll notice we didn't have to necessarily install that ahead of time. Push it all the way in until it stops. Make sure that it's in the proper location. You have a wire that's built. And for our final step, we're going to check our work with an ohm meter. Set it to the proper range for resistance. Attach to our terminals. We have about 950 ohms, which for a wire of this size and a 350 ohm per foot specification is right where it needs to be. And with that, you should be able to properly strip, terminate, and test your own ignition wires. Thanks for watching. Any questions, comment below or go to moroso.com.